Yo, what's up, guys? Matt Corman here. On this episode of the podcast, I go over the law of detachment. I get really open and vulnerable and talk about where I'm currently at in my state of mental health on the day. And I just want to say, make sure you guys give the podcast 5 stars. Make sure you guys are subscribing if you're watching on YouTube. And make sure you click that follow button because it helps 100%. I think you're really going to enjoy this podcast. It's a solo pod. And yeah, I just go off on a tangent as I'm drinking a coffee. So tune on in. Thanks so much again. 5 stars, please. And please subscribe. Have a great day. Peace. It's been a fucking crazy week. It's been a crazy weekend. I just got back to the crib and I got to travel day today. I got to go to California. But I was like, you know what? I missed the pod last week. And then somebody reached out to me and was like, yo, bro, I want you to you need to keep this thing going because I like listening to this shit. And the reason I'm doing a solo pod, because I didn't have anything lined up for guests. And he was just like, yo, bro, like, even if it's just you talking shit, I want to hear it. So shout out Ollie Joseph. He's the one who told me that. Real one. And I was like, cool, man, I'm just going to hop on this and talk shit. And honestly, today I'm having some weird feelings. I woke up today not having just not feeling 100%, like not in terms of like feeling sick. What the fuck's up with this microphone, man? Not in terms of like feeling sick. God damn. Hang on. Better. Not in terms of feeling sick, but in terms of like just mentally like 100% there. I don't know. And I felt like maybe this is just a good thing to touch on today. And I'm just going to ramble and y'all can just listen if you feel. So a little recap on the week is Miami Music Week. And so for those who don't know what that means, basically there's just a bunch of different concerts around here. If you're in the music scene, if you're an artist, you're going to be doing hopefully out there networking. Maybe you have some gigs. I had a performance. I opened for Trippie Redd in Miami, and it was awesome. There was hella people there. Shit was packed the fuck out. I think we killed it, but to a point, like if I'm going to I want to use this platform so that I can just be completely open and transparent about everything that's going on. And I don't think that I did that good of a job. I was a little rusty. Like I haven't performed since September, I think. Maybe November. Yeah, I think September. And I don't know, I just felt a little rusty. Like I just felt like my crowd interaction wasn't good. Like when I got off stage, I just didn't feel too hype about what I did out there. I just thought that I just didn't do that good of a job, to be completely honest with you. And it was a pretty tough feeling. I just remember coming down and I got some feedback to the people around me. I got a great team around me. So I'm really lucky to have that. And, you know, there's always room to do better. So I guess that's just a good thing. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just wasn't as into it as I'd like to. It just didn't hit like I thought it would hit. And try not to be too hard on myself. But, you know, the fact of the matter is that I was a little disappointed in what I did out there, but that's okay. I think it's good in life, specifically my life recently. I've been blessed so much, and my career has been like, it's always been up and down as everybody goes through ups and downs. But as of recently, like really, we've been on this trajectory up, especially this last year, 2 years or so. Like honestly, since 2019. And you know, it can't always be roses. It can't always be straight W's all the time. I think it's important to, as I put it the other night, just get hit in the face. Like, yeah, I did that show and it didn't it went well. People said that I did a good job and people enjoyed it. And I did my job, but personally on myself, I just knew I could have done a better job during my performance. And there's a multitude of reasons why, but it's all good. You know, it can't be fucking perfect all the time. It won't work that way. It won't make sense. So in this case, in my head, it wasn't perfect, and that's okay. You know, you're supposed to have bad moments in the journey. It's not supposed to be good all the time. Because here's the thing. If I had an amazing performance every time that I performed, then it just wouldn't make the good times as special. You know, you got to have some mud in the journey, and I appreciate it. So it's fine. That's how I'm looking at it. Learning experience, gonna move forward. And again, I know people probably like thinking like, oh, like did you fucking botch it? Like you forget your words or whatever. Like none of that shit happened. Everybody had a great time and we got sick video of it. We shot a music video for Fiena. So y'all will see that this week, I hope. But yeah, it just was a me thing, I think. Honestly, I just know that I could have performed better, and so that's all it is. Just a little hard on myself. And today I woke up just hella anxious, like, and I think it has to do with the fact that, okay, look, Wednesday, I just was going out a bunch. Like I said, it's Miami Music Week. There's tons of things going on, tons of different events, tons of different opportunities to network with people. So I think, yeah, Wednesday we were out till like fucking 5 a.m. And then the next day met up with Mal P. If y'all are into house music, he made the song Drugs from Amsterdam. And God, that was a long night. We went to 11. And then, it was just nonstop. Maybe that was Friday. And then Saturday I had my performance. And then after the performance, we went to a party in Wynwood that was thrown by some influencers. Good little time. And then after that, we got a table at Story, and we're there all night, and Alesso was playing. And went to bed at like 7 a.m. And then yesterday, like I'm regrouping, trying to get all my shit organized for the week. It's such a busy week right now. There's so much stuff happening. And I don't know. I woke up today just not 100% in the mind. Like, I felt really guilty. I felt really, just super anxious and just unsure. And I think that happens. So maybe you guys can relate if you're going out a little bit too much. I'm just in a place right now where I just need to chill. And I think the purpose of this pod today was I just got home. Literally, I just got home and was about to do some laundry and pack up because I got a flight at 6 o'clock. And so I got to pack up, call the Uber, and go up there because I got to go all the way up to, I'm not going to say what airport I'm flying out of, but because it's probably going to come up before then. But anyways, yeah, you get the vibes. There's just a lot going on right now. I'm in the middle of negotiating the biggest deal of my life, and we're on the final steps of it. Super stressful. I got a song dropping this Friday. There's just a lot happening behind the scenes, man. And so I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. It feels super overwhelming. I haven't been journaling. I haven't been taking care of the spiritual side of things. And I wanted to voice that on here because I just want to show that, like, this shit happens all the time to everybody. Like, I'm sure that people that are listening to this can relate. It's just like, even though things are working really well right now, I still feel like it's a fucking mess right now. And I don't typically feel like that. I just know I'm just going through it only because of my actions this past week. Like, I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating correctly. I was drinking ridiculous. I was just on a fucking bender. That's really all it is. But about to go to California for the week, meet some people and shoot some content, shoot some videos with Kyle, make some music. Not going to drink a sip of alcohol. Just going to be really grounded. So I'm excited to get out to the West Coast. And so, but today I was just going to hop on here and I was going to read through the 7 spiritual laws and just meditate a little bit. And then I was like, well, this is what I was going to do by myself. And I was like, yo, I should just talk on the podcast because maybe somebody else is feeling the same way that I'm feeling right now, and that's okay. So right now, I'm reading the Law of Attachment, and purpose of me reading that is right now I just feel like there's so much happening in my life. This deal situation, the music, so many people are trying to get involved in everything that I'm doing right now. It's like constant. It's constant. Someone's always reaching out about something. Somebody wants to work on something. No. This and that. And then it's like, I just want to be able to focus on one thing that's just putting out good music and content for people and just engaging with the audience. But so much going on. So anyways, if you're not familiar with the Law of Attachment, I'm gonna read through it for you real quick. Hope you're having a good Monday, and I hope that you're having a great start to your week. Okay. In detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom of uncertainty lies the freedom from our past, from the known, which is the prison of past conditioning. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. Today I will commit myself to detachment. I will allow myself and those around me the freedom to be as they are. I will not rigidly impose my idea of how things should be. I will not force solutions on problems, thereby creating new problems. I will participate in everything with detached involvement. That's interesting. I feel like, I've read this multiple times, but every time I do, I always say to myself, damn, that second line there, I will not force solutions on problems, thereby creating new problems. I do force solutions a lot. Like every time I get a problem across my desk or whatever, I look for the solution immediately. And like sometimes we don't have to force solutions. I feel like that's what it's saying. It's just saying, you need to let things be. Like maybe in my world, in my head, I think things should be a certain way. I think that we should use this solution immediately for this problem, but it doesn't have to be like that. Maybe you can just detach from the problem itself and let the solution find itself. You don't need to do things immediately. And I feel like I do that a lot of times. Today, I will factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient of my experience. That's fire. I'm going to read that one more time. Today, I will factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient of my experience. In my willingness to accept uncertainty, solutions will spontaneously emerge out of the problem, out of the confusion, disorder, and chaos. That's interesting because I just said that. I just said that if I don't force solutions on problems, maybe within the problem, like a solution will arise. And that's exactly what it's saying right here. Solutions will spontaneously emerge out of the problem, out of the confusion, disorder, and chaos. The more uncertain things seem to be, the more secure I will feel, because uncertainty is my path to freedom. Through the wisdom of uncertainty, I will find my security. Through the wisdom of uncertainty, I will find my security. This is basically saying, I love that passage right there. The more uncertain things seem to be, the more secure I will feel, because uncertainty is my path of freedom. It's basically saying embrace the confusion, embrace the disorder, and embrace the uncertainty. When things are uncertain, be excited about it, because when you're living in the wisdom of uncertainty, you're going to find security. I mean, that's the whole journey, right? I mean, how much of this shit do we really have figured out? Like, how much of life do we really got dialed in? It's like, let's keep it a buck. Like, not really much. We don't even know what we're doing here. We don't even, like, aliens are real. We're just humans out here. We don't know what the fuck this is. We're just rocking around our souls in this vessel of skin and muscle and bone. So why am I even tripping? I trip a lot. So I'm like tripping a lot today. So why am I even tripping about it? Fuck if I know. Everything's just uncertain anyways. My whole career is uncertain. I'm a professional rapper. What? They could take away Spotify tomorrow. They could take away YouTube tomorrow. This whole thing's uncertain. So I need to chill. Number 3, I will step into the field of all possibilities and anticipate the excitement that can occur when I remain open to an infinity of choices. When I step into the field of all possibilities, I will experience all the fun, adventure, magic, and mystery of life. That's basically saying be open to anything and attached to nothing. I think a lot of times myself and other people, we get rigidly attached to ideas and how things are supposed to be in our life. But at the end of the day, don't be attached to anything. I feel like I am a little attached to stuff. There's something that happened this weekend, I remember, specifically at the club, where I just wasn't as open to something as I could have been. You know what I'm saying? It's just because I was rigidly attached to an idea of how things should be. It's interesting. But that does feel a little helpful. It's always good to be reminded on this. For those that are curious, so this is from the 7 Spiritual Laws. This is the Law of Detachment, written by Deepak Chopra. And sometimes when I feel like I'm a little all over the place, I go back to that book and I read it and check it out, and it feels really good. And it helps me a lot. But yeah, man, I got a new song coming this week. I just want to come on here, read a little passage to you guys, let you know that I'm feeling a little bit all over the place right now. And my mental isn't all the way there. I think it has to do 100% with the fact that I was just on an absolute bender. But it's all right. We're going to get through it. And I know that. What's the good thing about going through the mud is when you know in the back of your head that it's going to end. I was talking to somebody last night and I was like, it's interesting that you don't know what things are going to be when you're in them, right? Like it can seem like your whole world is crumbling in front of you. And then a year later, you're not even worried about that problem, nor does it have any sort of effect on your life at all. You see it all the time in relationships. People are fighting with their significant other, right? And then like I think about this, for example, like I was in a relationship for like 9 years at a point in my life, and I haven't talked to that girl in, oh my God, years, right? But like when you're in the situation, it's like your whole world's gonna end. Like you can't imagine, like that's all you, like you don't even know when you're gonna stop thinking about that actual problem. But you never know, later in your life, in the journey, that may not even be a factor in your life. So it's just good to keep in mind when things aren't really going your way, or if you're just a little bit confused or all over the place, or you're running into some problems that you don't know what it's going to be in a few years, in a few days, even in a few hours. So just keep in mind that we're just playing a game here, and just keep the shit cruising, man. We got this thing. I just want to be a little open and honest and vulnerable here. I know a lot of people probably feel the same way, and I don't want to keep up a front like everything's okay and perfect all the time, because this is life and it's not. Even people that are like I'm not there, but people that are at the top and are appearing to have everything all figured out and have all this money and whatever it is and success, like it's not always working out for them. That's not how life goes, but it's not how it's supposed to be. One saying that has helped me a lot in life is realizing that it's the saying of it's not supposed to be good. Just accepting the fact that it's not supposed to be good. And when it's good, it's just an absolute blessing. Does that make sense? So when shit is working 100%, that's just a blessing. That's a win. It's not this journey isn't supposed to be all fucking roses, and you're not supposed to get wins all the time. And even though the L's feel bad, and even though anxiety feels bad, and it's just not a good experience on the physical plane, just because it's not as good experience doesn't mean it's not supposed to be happening. Make sense? You're supposed to go through it. You're supposed to deal with the lows. And some may say you're supposed to go through the lows, that way you can feel what the highs are. Because if you never went through any lows and highs was just your norm, I mean, what is that, right? Is that even real? Like, does that even mean the high feels good? If you just feel good all the time, how do you even know? Like, how are you supposed to quantify what's good from bad then at that point if everything's constant, you know? So it's supposed to be an up and down thing, and I'm aware of that. Thank you guys for listening so much. I hope you are seriously having a great start to your week. I got a new song dropping on Friday called Addicted. Make sure y'all check that out. I'm really excited about what we got going on in the future. I got a lot of new music that I'm dropping and rolling out, and I'm going to be up on this podcast as much as I possibly can. I just want to be transparent right now. There's so much on my plate, man. There's so much on my plate right now, and I'm just trying to hold it all together and make the right moves on the chessboard strategically, you know? But I got this shit, and you got this shit too. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's your boy, Matty Corms. I'll see y'all later. Happy Monday, guys. It's the Kids at Work podcast. Make sure you guys drop 5 stars and make sure that you follow the pod. Subscribe too. Peace.